So Beantown is known for seafood, you know, and Clam Chowder is like the star of the city, obviously, amongst the Red Sox. Hello.
Hello.
I know. And today we're going to try a few from 3 different Boston establishments, and our favorite will be awarded with the coveted Battle of the Bites trophy.
This is huge. Look at it.
I mean, I've seen trophies in my day. I like our trophies on this show. They're really fun.
It's great.
I'm so excited. Thank you to everyone who puts them together. Okay, Ross, you like chowdah?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
okay, here's the deal.
kid.
I do. I sort of, you know, as a kid, you're like, but then your taste changed. So this is a big moment for me because they smell delicious. I feel like I'm going to have a reborn with chowder today.
Also, the palate changes. Like,
Thank
I
you.
thought capers were disgusting, and now that my palate's dull and old, I'm like, bring on the capers. You know, it changes. Like, things I don't know. So, I'll be interested to see what the mature Ross palate says.
Okay.
Also, you're a real foodie.
Yeah, I do. I cook every single day. So I would love to have like a reimagining of chowder. So can we do it now?
This is real big time, like real chowder. And joining us, our 3 VFS for our taste test, it's Annie, Ashley, and Scott.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Drew. Hey, Ross.
Hi.
Okay, and doing my research on you, I found out you're all chowder fans. So I think that's really going to work for this.
I'm excited. Let's do this.
Us too. Okay, perfect. Oh, and of course, our last judge is social media fans. That's right. We put up a Twitter poll asking you to vote for your favorite establishment, and we'll count the winner as 1 vote at the end when we tally. Let's get to eating.
Okay.
All right, we've got 3 bowls of clam chowder in front of us, guys. You ready? First one is from Legal Seafoods. The second one is from Boston Sail Loft. And the third is from Yankee Lobster Company. All right, is everyone's mouth watering? I'm salivating. All right.
I'm trying to stay clam and carry on.
Okay, first up, let's take a look at Legal Seafoods.
Hello, Drew. Roger Berkowitz from Legal Seafoods here. My grandfather had a grocery store in the early 1900s, and then my father opened a fish market up in 1950. In 1968, we actually put together our first restaurant. We did have a chowder at that time. It was fish chowder. And you wouldn't believe the number of complaints we used to get. Not that they didn't like the fish chowder, but they thought that we should have a clam chowder. And so it took me about 1.5 years to sort of be happy with the recipe. And then we introduced it, and lo and behold, it outsold the fish chowder 40-1. About 20 years ago, we had a reporter from the New York Times come by. He said, but it's your broth. And therein lies the secret. We have an incredible broth. This chowder has been served at every presidential inaugural since 1981. So I hope you'll agree and say this is pretty darn good chowder.
He's doing it for this one.
Wow.
That's really impressive.
You don't think of chowder as a party food.
All right, let's dig in, guys.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
Okay, hold on. I've been sleeping on chowder, Drew. That's good.
What do you guys think? Okay, Ross, thoughts?
Okay, I think it's just perfectly balanced in terms of like a flavor profile. The salt is perfect. It's creamy, and it just has that hint of seafoodiness to it, you know?
Annie, you have clam chowder at least once a week, but never from Boston. What do you think?
You know what? I love it. It's creamy, has lots of clams, and the seasoning is just right. It doesn't need anything else.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really good point, Annie. I really appreciate that astute comment. All right, we're going to move on to the next contender. Boston Sail Loft. Please check it out.
Hi, Drew. It's Meredith Tipping here at the Boston Sail Loft, my family restaurant. We first opened in 1984 and have established ourselves as a staple for fresh, classic New England seafood, but none more so than our New England clam chowder. What makes our chowder so different is how rich and creamy it is, and our not-so-secret ingredient is the dill, as you can see. The richness and creaminess of the chowder really cuts the earthiness of the dill to make for an absolutely addictive flavor. Nothing's better than having our chowder sent up to the spoon test. That's how rich and creamy it is. In 2018 and 2019, we won the Best of Boston magazine award for best chowder in the city. In a city that's full of chowder options, ours is truly unique. Thanks so much. Can't wait for you to enjoy it.
All right, let's try this. I'm very, very excited.
It already looks so different because of that dill.
Yes, which is always fun. I love, like, when you're really judging on the diversity of flavors.
Oh, it's so different than the first one.
Oh, it really is. Okay.
Yeah, I really like it. I mean, I think it's a pretty big dill.
Oh, my God, Rossi, I love you so much. Ashley, let me ask you, the last time you had clam chowder was 3 years ago. What are your thoughts today?
All right. I'm going to take some words from you. The palate has changed. I used to hate dill, and now dill is probably one of my #1 favorite seasonings. So as soon as I saw it in the jar, I was like, I'm in. And I can attest that it holds up to the clam chowder standards that I used to know.
Yeah, it's so fresh and it pairs perfectly with fish. And our last chowder comes to us from Yankee Lobster Company. Please take a look.
My name is Frank Zanti, and I am 3rd generation and general manager of Yankee Lobster Company. The Zanti family has been fishing since 1921 and serving seafood since 1950. Now, you can't be a seafood restaurant in Boston that does not have clam chowder. So we knew we were gonna have to make a wicked good chowder. We use celery, onions, potatoes, and chopped clams. Now the clams are from the Atlantic Ocean, so they are never frozen, they are always fresh. Each bite will have tons of potatoes in it and tons of clams to give you a mouth-watering, creamy New England clam chowder. We made over 2,500 gallons last year, and we are confident that we're gonna take home the trophy. And now, it's time to eat. Enjoy.
All right, everybody. Rossi, Annie, Ashley, and Scott, shall we? Let's eat.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, now this one couldn't be more different from the other two.
Okay, this one has got an amazing mirepoix type of taste, like onions and celery, and it's somehow extremely flavorful, but not so herbaceous flavorful.
Exactly.
And
there's almost like a sweetness, right? That makes it kind of addictive. I want to keep going back into it.
It's very hearty. It tastes like a meal. Scott, you've lived in Boston before and have tried many chowders. What do you think?
That's right, Drew. I lived in Boston. I used to pass by Yankee Lobster all the time. I gotta say, this is a really great balance here. It's chunky, but there's a really great balance between the clams and the vegetables, the onions and the celery. I think it really brings the soup together.
Yeah, it's very stew-like and reminiscent of like a holiday in a bowl.
And I just want to say, all the BFFs, you should all be food reviewers. You're really good at this.
And like,
Appreciate that, Ross.
You're welcome.
And like each distinct restaurant, you each brought a distinct judgment to the table. And I love that. And I thank you guys for that. All right, it's time to vote. But before we do, let's reveal who won our Twitter poll. We asked all of you to vote on the favorite of the 3 establishments, and it was tight. The winner, the winning chowder with 38.9% of the vote was Legal Seafood. All right. That's one for Legal Seafoods, and now it's our turn. One at a time, we're going to reveal our favorite. Should we hold up our cards? I might have given mine away. I'll start it off. Okay, good. I'm Legal Seafoods. Okay, Annie, Ash, Ross.
Okay,
Ross.
well, listen, I actually liked all 3 when I came in, not knowing if I like any, but there was one that I think was the perfect one. Literally perfect. I agree with you. I think there's nothing I would change.
Okay, Annie?
I like Yankee.
Oh, I see why. It's so good. Ashley?
I got to keep it real with the dill. I'm going Boston Sail Off.
I could have done that too.
The palate has spoken. Scott?
I'm going Boston Sail Loft as well. I think it was really unique. I liked it.
So what?
Okay, I guess the winner is Legal Seafoods because Ross, I, and the Twitter poll.
But barely. And any of them could have won.
By the way, I'm not going to lie. My children's aunt, Jill Cardman, my very, very close friend, She sends me legal seafoods on Gold Belly as a gift to me, like on a constant, regular basis. I love it. And I didn't know going into this what this would be, and I'm happy that all these restaurants participated with us. We thank you all for being a part of this show. You all have such wonderful, incredible soups. We're so happy to celebrate you today. Thank you, Ross, Annie, Ashley, Scott. Thank you.